Welcome back to Limitless Mentality, where we discuss profound psychological truths to help you improve your life. Today, we're diving deep into a topic that most people don't even realize is holding them back: the silent pain of choosing what feels safe. If you've ever wondered why your life feels stagnant, even though you're doing everything right, stick around because this might just be the truth you've been avoiding. All right, let's jump into it. Number 1, the illusion of safety. Let's get something straight. What we call safe is often just familiar discomfort. You stay at that job you hate because it pays the bills. You stay in that relationship because it's not terrible. You keep quiet in rooms where your voice deserves to be heard, just to avoid rocking the boat. But here's where most people get it wrong. Safety and comfort are not the same as peace and fulfillment. In fact, safety can become a prison when it's chosen out of fear. Why? Because the brain is wired to prioritize survival, not success. It seeks the known, even if the known is killing your spirit. And over time, what started as playing it safe turns into settling for a life half-lived. Number 2, comfort zones are built on fear, not growth. Psychologically speaking, the comfort zone is a mental space where activities and behaviors fit a routine and pattern that minimizes stress and risk. It feels cozy, but growth never happens there. Think about this. Have you ever had a breakthrough moment while scrolling your phone or sitting on your couch? Probably not. All breakthroughs happen at the edge of resistance, where fear and courage collide. Yet, we stay where it's safe because it feels responsible. Society taught us to avoid risk, but what it didn't teach us is the silent consequence of that choice: regret. Number 3, safety can mask as logic. Let's take a step back because this next point is crucial. Choosing what feels safe often disguises itself as being rational. I can't pursue that passion. It's not realistic. I shouldn't speak up. They might think I'm arrogant. I'll just wait until the timing is right. But here's the truth. Logic isn't always rooted in clarity. Sometimes it's rooted in fear-based programming. You're not being logical. You're protecting yourself from rejection, judgment, or failure. But in doing so, you're also protecting yourself from opportunity, purpose, and evolution. Number 4, the psychological weight of safety. There's a deep psychological cost to always choosing what's safe. It's the slow erosion of your self-worth. Why? Because every time you ignore your desires, your intuition, your voice, you tell yourself, "I'm not worthy of more." Over time, you lose trust in yourself. You stop dreaming big. You start convincing yourself that maybe this is all there is. And the scariest part, most people don't even realize this is happening because it doesn't look like pain. It looks like routine. It sounds like, "I'm just tired." It feels wearisome. It's numbness disguised as stability. Number 5, the body keeps the score. Let's talk science for a second. Trauma therapist Bessel van der Kolk wrote a groundbreaking book called The Body Keeps the Score. His premise: your body stores the emotional consequences of your choices, especially the ones that betray your own needs. Choosing the safe path repeatedly may protect you on the surface, but your body registers the tension. It knows you're not living in alignment. That's why so many people experience anxiety, fatigue, and burnout. Not from doing too much, but from suppressing too much. It's not that your life is too full. It's that your soul is too empty. Number 6. False security versus real security. Here's the twist. What we think of as safe is often the most dangerous thing of all. Staying in that job because it has health benefits might be killing your mental health. Staying in that relationship because it's predictable might be draining your joy. Never taking a risk might be the biggest risk of all. Real security doesn't come from routines or paychecks or approval. It comes from self-trust. When you trust that you can handle discomfort, failure, and even starting over, that's real security. Because now, you're not a slave to circumstances. You're free. Number 7. Micro-abandonments. The invisible betrayal. Every time you say yes when you mean no, every time you don't speak up out of fear, every time you ignore your dreams for the practical choice. That's a micro-abandonment. It seems small, harmless, maybe even mature. But over time, those little betrayals add up. And suddenly, you wake up one day wondering why you feel so disconnected from yourself. You don't need a new life. You need to stop abandoning the one that was meant for you. Number 8. The social programming trap. Let's get brutally honest. A lot of the safe choices we make aren't even ours. They're programmed into us. Get a degree, get a job, get married, buy a house, retire at 65. But ask yourself, whose life are you really living? Because if you're just checking boxes without questioning them, you're not safe. You're sleepwalking. Safety becomes dangerous when it prevents self-authorship, your ability to create a life that's uniquely yours. Number 9. Choosing courage over comfort. Now, this doesn't mean you have to quit your job tomorrow or end every relationship that feels off. That's not courage. That's chaos. But it does mean you need to start choosing truth over ease. Courage is saying, this path no longer serves me. I don't know what's next, but I'm willing to find out. I trust myself to figure it out, even if it's hard. Courage is making decisions that serve your future self, not just your current fear. Number 10. Freedom is on the other side of risk. Let's end with this. Everything you want, freedom, passion, fulfillment, is on the other side of risk. Not a reckless risk, not blind leaps, but intentional, aligned, uncomfortable action. The kind of action that makes your voice shake, that keeps you up at night. That feels terrifying and true. Because here's what most people miss. The pain of staying stuck always lasts longer than the fear of breaking free. You already know what your soul is whispering. The only question is, are you ready to listen? Choosing what feels safe might keep you comfortable, but it rarely makes you feel alive. So here's the challenge. Where in your life have you chosen safety over truth? What part of yourself have you silenced just to avoid discomfort? Let us know in the comments, because your story might just help someone else find the courage to rewrite theirs. If you found this video helpful, subscribe for more eye-opening insights. Until next time, keep striving, keep growing, and stay limitless.